What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 100 of our Philadelphia Phillies franchise mode here on the channel. 100 episodes deep into this. We are at the very end of this series. Only 2 more episodes remain after this. But as we get into this episode, you gotta know, this Phillies team, unfortunately, is not built to win in the present moment. It's a very sad thought right there that Philadelphia is not built to win in the current moment. But you got to think, coming off of last episode, we brought up the fact that, hey, this is a retirement home. You have players who are over 40. You have a lot of players who are over 35 on this team who are going to play into their 40s. So it is a huge hodgepodge of players that are going to end up retiring in Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is just going to let them play as long as they want. If they want to play till they're 50 years old, well, guess they're playing till they're 50 years old. Now, Philadelphia also, because they have a lot of players who are 35 years of age plus, the regression's hitting them very hard, as we are like 30 games under 500. Now, coming into the All-Star game, we have Alexi Estrada. He makes it for Philadelphia. So we do have one All-Star representative at least here in the All-Star game. Catchers, we have Logan O'Hoppe. We have 2 in the All-Star game. Who would have thought that? I'm surprised we have 1, let alone 2 representatives in this All-Star game. Now, for any infielders, no third basemen, no shortstops, left field's got no one, center field's got no one, and right field also has no one. Now, going through for the American League, any other actual players, maybe? Any other real-life prospects coming through here? Not that I'm seeing. Albert Olivo, former Philly for a little bit. We ended up trading him for, I don't know what package we traded Albert Olivo in, but he was a Philly at one point. Now, taking a look at all the stats right there, a lot of players having some power. Back-end guys not quite having the power. Bergola, highest overall at 84 is 13 home runs. The bench, it's doing what the bench does, I guess. Painter's got 5 wins. Sasaki has 5 wins. 7 wins from Crouse. You like to see that one. 4 wins from Yabu and 4 wins from Mick Abel right there. And, hey, special game for Hans Crouse. He has won his 200th career game. And by the end of the season, I'm assuming he's going to win at least 3 more. Fingers crossed he wins 3 more. But if he wins 3 more games, he's going to pass Roy Halladay on the all-time wins list. Halladay ended up with 203 wins in his career and was a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Now, knowing how MLB The Show 22 goes, where Aaron Nola finished with 242 wins, the Phillies' all-time wins leader, I almost guarantee that, Hans Crouse isn't making the Hall of Fame. Sorry, Hans Crouse. I know you had yourself a quote-unquote good career. 200 career wins is a milestone for any pitcher, but you're just not gonna cut it apparently. 25 home runs from Soto, and again, the game likes to demote my first baseman who has 30 home runs because his overall is a little lower. Now, just kind of growing through this right here. The bench, not going through the bench. 9 wins from Painter, 7 from Sasaki, 8 from Crouse. So he only picked up 1 more win. So he has 202 career wins. So he's 1 behind tying Roy Halladay and 2 behind passing Roy Halladay on the all-time wins list. Alexi Estrada, 33 saves on the season, 6 blown saves. We had 2.16 ERAs, nothing to scoff at. J2, 255, 3 home runs. He had 70 hits and 275 at-bats, 33 RBIs, 74 strikeouts, 18 walks. Alec Boehm had 23 home runs, 111 hits, 2 triples, 19 doubles, 57 RBIs, 10 walks, and 174 strikeouts. Apparently stole the base 5 times, which is wild. The Tigers defeat the Cubs in the 2036 World Series. So good to see the Tigers finally getting over that hump for the first time in a very long time. Defeating the Cubs. Cubs fans, eat your hearts out, kids. Now, National League MVP, Cy Young Award winner, Now, just going through all the awards right now, I guarantee you Philadelphia doesn't have Hoppe qualified for a Gold Glove, which is good, but qualification doesn't really mean much if you don't win anything. Silver Slugger, I don't know. I don't know if Bryce Harper will qualify. He had an okay season. That's kind of the only player I'd think would actually have a chance, but he doesn't. Postseason MVP goes to Robert Hassel, Jordan Groshans, and Spencer Torre. What a team that is. What a team of prospects that Cubs team is. You know, who would have thought that the Cubs would have just acquired all of those players? I'm assuming all through free agency, which is just in itself wild. But going through the Gold Gloves to the American League, any other names that we may know? Nick York, Jordan Walker, those guys are still kicking around in the league. Good to see them. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Juan Collado is a real prospect, but he makes the World Series MVP. Ethan Lindau retires. If you remember him, he gave up the walk-off home run to the San Francisco Giants to end a postseason run in Game 4 of a winner-takes-all NLDS game. Wasn't really a winner-takes-all. It was, if you lose, you're out. But Ethan Lindau retires. He was part of that Phillies run where we won a couple of rings. Now, going through this, any prospects, that kind of were prospects when we started this series. That's the kind of thing now. Just kind of looking for them. Michael King, Dustin May calls it a career. Griff McGarry, former Philly right there. Kyle Muller retires. All right, seeing those guys. Hang up the spikes. Cal Raleigh retires. All right, Cal. Austin Riley retires. So, you have some Riley-type people. Will Smith, the catcher for the Dodgers, retires. All right, as we get to the bottom of this one right there, you have Juan Yepes. 2036, no one makes the Hall of Fame because, of course, why would anyone make the Hall of Fame in this game? And unfortunately, we have to make some tough decisions. We got $26 million under the cap, and unfortunately, Hans Crouse and Riley Green have to be let go. Hans Crouse, 202 career wins as a Philly, and Riley Green spent a lot of time here in Philadelphia. He won some rings, made some all-star teams, but at this point in his career, it's just, hey, we have to let you go, bud. Now going through this, seeing if any names we could fit under our roster. We have $6 million in available budget, and we have $32 million in pending offers, so I highly doubt we can actually afford anything. Yeah, this team was definitely built for the present when we signed all those players to backloaded contracts. It was definitely we'll figure out the cap space later, but because you can't play with you can't turn the cap off later in the game. It doesn't work like that. So it's quite unfortunate. Khalil Watson goes to Boston, former Marlins prospect. Max Muncy, the Oakland prospect, goes to Texas. The second Max Muncy from Oakland goes to Texas. Ronnie Mauricio, he goes to Texas as well as a 35-year-old shortstop. Jordan Groshans, he leaves the Cubs and he goes to Oakland to replace, I'm assuming, Max Muncy. Taking on Philadelphia's lineup, you get Soto, Bohm, Harper, Rodriguez, De La Cruz, Richard Canning in left, Bryson Stott, Logan O'Hoppe, Bergola. And for the rotation, William Yabu, Francisco Ortega, Painter, Sasaki, and Abel, as they're looking to round out their careers